This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
La 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 la.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night. The party's here on the west side.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. It's Friday. This is how we do it.
This is how we do it.
La 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 la.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. It's Friday night and I feel alright. The party's here on the west side, so I reach for my 40 and I turn it up. Designated driver, take the keys to my truck. Hit the shop cause I'm faded. Honey's in the streets, say money, oh we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight. The summertime skirts and the guys ain't canine. All the gangbangers forgot about the drive-by. You gotta get your groove on before you go get paid. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kinda buzzed and it's all because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does.
This is how we do it.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
This is how we do it.
This is how we do it. Hands are in the air and wave from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player, you see the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big black truck. You can get yours in a 6-4. Whatever it is, the party's underway. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let me hear the party say, I'm kinda buzzed, it's all because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does.
This is how we do it.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
Let's flip the track, bring the old school back.
This is how we do it.
I'm kinda buzzed, it's all because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. YNB, SCC.
This is
All
how
my
we do it.
homies, I'll never come back on an old school track.
This is how we do
Check
it.
it out. Once upon a time in '94, Montel made no money and life show was slow. And all they said was 6'8" he stood. And people thought the music that he made was good. They lived the DJ and Paul was his name. He came up to money, this is what he said. You and OG are gonna make some cash. Sell 1,000,000 records and we're making the dash. Oh, I'm buzzing because
This is how we do it.
South Central does it like nobody does.
Do it.
To all my neighbors, you got much flavor.
This is how we do it.
I'll never come whack on an old school track. I'm kinda buzzed, so because
Do it.
South Central does it like nobody does. Nobody does. Oh, it's party time.
This is how we do it.
Straight up coming from the west side.
This is how we do it.
Oh, she's got the flavor, yeah.
How we do it.
And money does it like nobody does. Yeah. Come on now, Def Jam, you know that this is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Any amateur knows that McDelivery fries go perfectly with a night in watching Yellowstone, but a pro knows to time their order so it arrives between episodes. Fridays in October, get 3 months of Peacock Premium.
Let's go help people customize and save with Liberty Mutual. Okay, who sat at my desk?
Obviously, a website won't sell itself. For years, we've been explaining to clients that this build it and they will come philosophy is bogus. You may be overwhelmed by the idea of promoting your business, and that's okay. The important part is that you take time to freshen up and start a plan of attack. I'm ready for my close-up.
Oh, no. Yeah. That's true. Oh, holy hands.
So basically, she's
me.
gonna
Good to
keep
know
you
the
guys posted on
cavalry's
what's
here.
going on.
Look, guys, I'm backed up like the 405 on Carpocalypse. Take the watch. Help yourself to a fat pill, yeah?
I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not? Yeah, coming in hot. Just like the fajita. I write what I live. My life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow. Just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam. I'm feeding the meter. They got the iron while I got the steamer. I bring the fire, but you never seen her. I testify, I don't need a subpoena. They want my soul, better go to Korea. I love my dog just like I'm Peter. Gotta protect him. I made the call up with just like I'm reffing. I know we left, yeah, now we back together, but I guess that is better now. Later than never, like, what's happening? I'ma need y'all quit asking when. Me and my wife gonna have some kids. Right now we just practicing. Teacher said quit rapping, man. That gon' hurt my average. I said thank God I ain't average. Yeah, I'm a bright young man. Kill the GPA and the BPM. Look, we on. So say what you say, cause that's A with Lecrae. From the A train to the A, I'm coming in hot. I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in.
I freaking love you. I love your energy already. Good morning, guys, from Dallas, Texas, and good afternoon from South Florida. So today is Guest Speaker Friday, but before I introduce our guest, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Monique, and I go by Killer Curls on all social media platforms. So go ahead and give me a follow. Go ahead and share this with everybody that you know, because this is an all-inclusive place, right? We include everyone. Everyone is invited to this call. So what this call is I come here midday to give you guys some motivation, some inspiration, and honestly, guys, to live this journey with you. Because if you didn't know, now you know, life is a journey, and we are all living it together. Okay. So today is Friday, and on Fridays we typically like to have a guest speaker. And today, our guest speaker, I am so excited for you guys to hear from her. I just spent the weekend with her last weekend. She came to the Embrace Your Ambition tour. She was actually the one that introduced us to the tour. And this girl, when I say she is a freaking magnet, she's a magnet. Like, everyone speaks to this girl. She speaks to everyone. She can have a conversation with anyone. And I literally fed off her energy all weekend long. And so I'm so happy and so grateful to know her. And I'm so happy and grateful to have her be here with us today to speak. She is going to introduce herself. And that is it. Go ahead, Marcy.
Thank you so much. I am so excited to be on this call. It's Friday. Everybody's excited. My name is Marcy. I am from South Florida, way of New Jersey and California. I am an independent mom of two amazing kids, 8 and 9. And I'm a life coach. I help moms find their purpose and passion outside of parenting.
I think we lost her. Hold on one second, guys.
This obviously was not the plan.
We
Can you hear
lost
me? Oh, am I back?
Yeah, you're back now. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying, obviously, like my plan, I had the light set up, the background and everything, but life happens, right? And we show up how we are, where we are. So I literally like pulled over to the side of the road to get on this call. And I think it's important to show people like authentically you, right? Like so often we don't want to show up because we think we need the filter, we need the perfect backlight, we need the perfect phone, we need the perfect setup, but you don't, right? You just need to be you and have your message, and that's what people connect to. And I think it's important, especially the way people are on social media, right? Like they're always make you look like, I know for me, I'll look at people on social media, I'm like, they cannot really wake up like that, right? Like they take hours to get ready. And sometimes us as women, we feel intimidated to show up as ourselves because we're seeing how these other women show up. And I really like to encourage women that like show up as you and not a highlight reel, because whether you're here for a business or because you're trying to grow your brand, whatever it looks like, you grow when people connect to you and connect to your story. And I think in 2021, we've gotten away from that, right? Where we feel like we need all the things. But now when we look at people in our field, whether it's network marketing or whether it's life coaching or whatever it is that you're doing, whatever reason you came on this call today, there's people that are waiting to connect with you, the person, right? Because how many, raise your hand, put it in the chat if you're part of network marketing on this call right now. Okay, a lot of you. Okay, yep, me, one. Okay, I see it, right. So what makes you different is you, right? And I think sometimes we forget that. We think like, oh, there's 1,000 people doing network marketing. Why would they want to sign up with me? And the reason is because you're going to connect to their heartstrings. And that's what I try and do. She said, you're a magnet. It's because I show up as myself, messy, with all the things, right? Some days my kids are crazy and I have to do a call from a bathroom, or, some days I'm showing people how I'm working out while my kids are sleeping and I secretly go downstairs. But this is real life. And that's how I built my coaching business, my networking business, my circle of friends, is by showing up as myself. And I think we really need to get back to that. And when you show up as yourself, you find your tribe. They always say your vibe attracts your tribe, but it's so true, right? Like, haven't you guys ever followed someone on social media and you're like, oh, that's my person? And then when you get to know them, whether it's joining their network marketing business or signing up for one of their courses, and you're like, this person is nothing like I saw on social media, and you realize you don't have connection with them at all. I'm here to change that. I'm here to show moms, women, that who you are is just enough. And there's people out there that need you, right? Because your story is different than my story. Maybe there's a single woman that another single woman coach would connect with her better, or someone in network marketing that is a young woman in her 20s is going to relate to her more than I, a single mom of two. So I tell people to be you and show up as you, and you will find the people that are meant to be in your business, in your life, in your circle. And one thing that I really wanted to talk about today was the power of showing up for yourself and filling up your own cup, right? Because in order to be the best version for everyone, for our people on our team, for our spouses, for our girlfriend, our boyfriend, our children, whoever it is, we have to pour into ourselves first. And I'm going to go through my morning routine with you guys, and then you could take from it what works for you. But I like to tell everybody that how I show up doesn't have to be how you show up, right? We're all different. Some people are morning people, some people are night people, but as long as you have something that works for you. So this is my morning routine, and I really catered it around the fact that I have 2 little kids. So for me, I wake up every morning at 4:30 in the morning. I know I see some of your faces. You're like, 4:30, I'm just going to bed at 4:30. But for me, it works. So I get up at 4:30. I do my gratitude, which I think is the most important thing. I do it before I even get out of bed. I put my hands on my heart. I say, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm blessed, I'm loved, I'm safe. I take 6 deep breaths, and then I get up. I go do my devotion, my journaling, set my intentions for the day. Because I'm a big believer that if you don't set your intentions, the day will set them for you. Like, haven't you noticed that if you get out of bed and you like stub your toe and then you're late to work and then you get a flat tire and then your boss is mad, like it's a trickle down effect. So that's because you're allowing what happens in the day take control over you. So if you flip it and you set the tone for the day by saying what your intentions are, like for me, I always write down what I'm grateful for, right? Like I woke up in a warm bed, that God woke me up. Some people didn't, that there's food in the fridge, like whatever it looks like for you. Those are just some of the things on my heart and in my, that I feel when I wake up. And then I say, today I'm going to, you know, connect with 3 new people. I'm going to impact someone's life, like whatever it is that I want to do that day, but I write it out because I'm putting that energy out in the universe. Because where focus goes, energy flows. So if you're focusing on those things, you're going to get those things back to you, right? If you're focusing on the negative, you attract more negative. So after I do all that, then I'll do like my good morning on social media, say good morning on my post. Because haven't you noticed that like if you start your day on social media and then you see something negative, it like affects you, right? Like maybe someone said a text to you, like one of your business partners or your boyfriend or someone, and it's like negative, and now like your whole day is negative, right? So that's why I say the first 30 to 60 minutes, do not touch your phone. And I know it's hard, right? Because we live on a world of technology, especially in network marketing. You're like, did someone place an order? Do I have a client I need to follow up with? A prospect? And like, you're so focusing on chasing that. But if you don't focus on yourself first, that takes over. So I do the morning routine and then I get into my day. I pour into my kids. I get them ready for the day, right? So I would say really look at how you're showing up when your day starts, because you want everyone to get the best version of you, your clients, your spouse, your kids, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whoever is in your life. They can't if you're not showing up for yourself first. So that is something that like I really encourage you guys to do, is to show up for you first. And maybe some days that's like lying in bed and spending the whole day watching movies or going to the zoo, right? It doesn't have to always be like go, go, go. I think that this word like hustle, like team no sleep, right? Like we all identify with this, but like it doesn't need to be like that. You don't need to be so on the go that you forget to be in the present. Right? How many of you have put a 1 in the chat if you have kids, if you're a mom, or if you're a furry mom, whatever makes you happy. Okay, we got some 1s in the chat. We got some moms, yep, 1, both. Okay, I see it. I don't know about you, but for me, my kids make it a point to tell me if I'm on my phone too much, right? They'll say like, you're always on your phone, or spend time with me. And so for me, especially when the pandemic started, I decided that I was going to become a much more present parent than I have been, you know, like they're only little ones. You only have these opportunities once. So for me, Friday nights, I don't work my business at all. And all my clients know Friday night is family and movie night. Every Friday night, we stay home, we watch movies, we order pizza. Like that is our family routine. They know that during the week, maybe I have to hop on some coaching calls or training calls, but they know that that day I put the phone in the other room and they look forward to that. So I really encourage you, even if it's not with your kids, if it's with your partner, right? Like you have to make time for the people in your life, especially when you want them to support your dreams, right? Because if they're not, a lot of times when people aren't supporting our dreams, and I went through this with my ex-husband, it's because we're not pouring into them, right? We're so busy. And now instead of looking at your business as something that can help the family or help your relationship, they're looking at it as something so negative because it's taking time away from them. And that goes for your spouse, your significant other, your children. So I really stress the fact that you need to make sure that you're taking time to separate the two, right? And a lot of times when we're new at this or we're launching a business, we think we have to go, right? Like, oh my God, they text me. If I don't respond right away, I'm going to lose that client. If I don't respond right away, they're going to sign up with someone else. I promise you that the people that are meant for you, whether it's on your team, whether it's a client, those are the people that are supposed to be with you. And you have to learn to separate the two. I was just in a room on Clubhouse with where this big designer was talking that if she could go back to her younger self, she would tell her younger self to take time to enjoy life. She was so busy building that now she's in her 50s and her kids say it to her, like, I'm glad that you have all this money, that you're so successful, but I wish you were at my ballet recital. I wish we took a family vacation. I wish that on those days I didn't feel good, you just stayed in bed and cuddled with me. And she's open and honest. And I think that so many of us, when we don't have a mentor pouring into us that it's okay to slow down, we feel like we owe it to everybody to go so fast. So I really encourage you to like look at your schedule, right? Look at what it looks like and fit all these things in. One thing that I really love to do is have something called mini days. So what this is it's breaking your day into 3 days. Like, so let's say you wake up at 6, right? Your first day would be from 6 a.m. to 12. Then your second day would be from 12 to 6. Then your third day would be from 6. So whatever time you call tonight, 10, 11, whatever your agenda looks like. Now, let's say your goal for today was to sign up 2 new people or to get a new client to sell a house or get a new client for a coaching, right? If you think you have 24 hours, you wake up at 6 and then you're like, okay, it's 3 in the afternoon. I still have till 10. But if you have these mini days, your first day ends at 12. So now in 24 hours, instead of getting 1 prospect, 1 client, you're now getting 3. So like for me, I focus really hard on my first 2 mini days. And then my last one is usually dedicated to my family. I get my kids at 6. We either have cheer, soccer, a thing, right? So then it's dinner, then it's bath time, then it's homework, then it's bedtime. So I really focus on those first 2 mini days, the 6 to 12 and then the 12 to 6. And I found that I get so much more accomplished when I time block, because so often, especially if we're an entrepreneur, we think we have like all the time in the world. We don't have to answer to someone. So we're kind of maybe not as aggressive with our schedule as we need to be. So breaking your schedule up into these days allows you to be very focused on your time management and really look at your schedule. And this was very hard for me, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree with this, saying no to the things that aren't helping you reach your goals, right? Like for a long time, I was a people pleaser. So I wanted to say yes to everything. I wanted to make everyone happy. Yes, yes, yes. I'm the yes girl. Whatever you need, I got it. You need me to go make copies of your keys, whatever. I would say yes. I had to learn that it's not selfish to say yes. It's selfish not to say no, because we need to prioritize our children, our family. We need to prioritize what we're going for, what our goals are. And if these things that you're saying yes to, even if it's going out with a friend or if they're not aligning towards your vision, it is okay to say no. It's okay to say no. And if these people in your life don't understand the no's, then they might not be the people that are going to help you get to the next level, right? Because they always say the people that are with you on one level aren't the people that are going to get you to the next level. And that goes with friends too, right? Like as we grow and as we do personal development, our friend circle changes, right? Because as we work on ourselves, not everybody grows with us. And that's okay sometimes. It's okay to grow apart, right? Like I love you, but we're moving in different directions, and where I'm going, we're not going together. It's okay to have those conversations. And you have to be okay with yourself knowing it's okay. A lot of times we feel guilty, especially as women, to leave people behind. We feel like, oh, they were with me before, so they need to come with me now. But it doesn't always have to be that way. And you have to know in your heart that it's okay to grow away from people. Like even when you look at yourself, you're growing now, right? You're on this call, you're doing things supporting to yourself, you're doing things to help you get to the next level. And sometimes you have to let people, places, and things go to move to where your ultimate goals are to be. Now I know this call, how long is your call? 30 minutes, right? No, I could keep going.
An hour. Yeah, you're good. Go
Okay,
ahead.
perfect. Okay, good. Okay, so this is like an assignment that I want to give to all of you that I think is super powerful. So something that I do with all my coaching clients is I have them write a letter to their future self, right? And I have them write it in the I am statements, but I have them write the letter in 3 different categories. So if you guys want to jot this down, and then you can put it away in a closet. You can give it to a close friend and say, give me this in a year. But I really want you to write this letter and open it in a year, because you want to give yourself time to work on your goals. So the first letter you're going to write to your future self for your career. Okay. And you're going to write what you want your career to look like in a year in the I am statement. Then your second letter, you're going to write in a relationship. So whether you're married, dating, single, write exactly what you want your relationship to look like in a year, like in detail. Okay, like literally in detail. Like, I want my spouse to come home and the first thing they do is give me a hug and kiss before they even put their, like, whatever it looks like for you, like really visualize it and write it down. And then the third is for your life in a whole, right? Like your life in a whole, what do you want it to look like? Do you want to be traveling with your kids? Do you want to be going on your honeymoon? Like, what do you want your whole life to look like? And not only does it allow you to dream again, it allows you to have action steps, right? Because it's so easy to say these things, but if we don't put pen to paper and really like take the time, we don't have a roadmap. We're kind of just like going blind. If you don't know, like, okay, let's say you say in a year you want to lose 50 pounds, right? If you don't write that down and look at the steps it will take to get there, you're not going to get there. If you don't know that you have to change your eating, you have to, maybe do some blood work, see why you've gained 50 pounds in a year, like whatever that looks like, you can't get there. It's the same for your career. If you say, I want to be doing 6 figures in a year from today, like what does that look like? How many clients does that take? How many business partners? How many houses do you have to sell? How many coaching clients do I need? Like, what does it look like for you to make that a reality? And so I really challenge you guys as we're coming into the year ending, right? November is like 2 weeks away. Then it's December. Like, don't wait till the year is over to imagine what your life will look like in a year. Like, do it now so that you could get a head start on it, right? Like, October is ending. What are you going to look like in a year? For me, on mine is I want to purchase my first home. I've written it in detail. What I need my finances to look like, what steps I need to take. I've had the conversation with my kids, like, we're not going to be spending money on silly things because we all want a home, right? So share that vision with the people in your life that matter, right? If you want to grow your business, sit down your spouse and say, this is my goal and this is what the role I need you to play for me to make it, a reality. Maybe these are the numbers of calls I have with my team every week. So Mondays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., I need you to allow me to work. I need you to maybe help with the kids, or I need you to find something for yourself to do because I can't pay you attention. Like, share these goals and these visions with the people in your life, because when you do, they're going to help you make them a reality. And then the next thing I would say for you to do is really take time to look like what a self-care routine would be for you. I'm a big believer in self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary, right? And a lot of times people say like, oh, you do too much for you're pouring into yourself. You have to. And so I would say pick a day, whatever day that is. If it's Monday mornings, if it's Sunday afternoons, if it's Saturday night, even if you can't go anywhere because maybe you're saving finances, like make yourself a really nice bubble bath. Grab your favorite book, light some candles. Like, it doesn't always have to be spending money. It's really about pouring time into yourself. So I really encourage you guys to like put that on the calendar. Whatever time, whatever day is your self-care day. And also sometimes we just need a day away from people, right? We need time away from people. Like, energy is contagious. And I know you guys might feel it with the way the moon is right now in the universe. Like, people's energy affects your energy. So if you're not taking the time to separate yourself from that, you're not going to be able to give yourself the best you or those other people in your life the best you. I think that's really important. And then getting reconnected with your why is the last thing I really want to talk about. when we're an entrepreneur, when we're growing a business, if we're not super connected, it's so easy to get distracted, right? It's so easy to get like the 12 different jobs because we're in that scarcity mindset. It's so easy to go to Netflix show because we're like, whatever, I work from home, I could do whatever I want, whenever I want. So getting connected to that why will push you forward on days that maybe goes, right? We're not always all motivated. Could you agree? Like some days you're super motivated, you get up, you're ready, you throw on your running shoes, you go for that run, you call 100 prospects. Like we have those days. And other days you're not motivated, right? You're just like, oh, I'm not feeling it. I woke up with a headache. Oh, I ate that pizza, I drank that wine. I'm not working out today. So you need to remind yourself that your why does not have feelings, right? We cannot connect our why to feeling because if we do, like I said, how you're feeling that day will affect the way you work towards your why. So if you look at your why as this is something I'm committed to no matter what, you'll keep going on the days you don't want to. And I say this from personal experience. I had to detach my feelings, whether it's somebody saying no to me, whether it's a client that I reach out to and they said no, or something with my kids or with getting on the scale. Like if you put a feeling to it, you won't push forward. So I really encourage you guys to rewrite your why, revisit it, and get something that anchors you to it, right? Get something like, for me, it's my kids. So my screensaver on my phone is my kids. I set alarms that go off every 3 hours and it's a message, says something like you're doing it for a better future for them. And it reminds me. So anchor yourself. If there's a memory, I don't know, whatever it is, and there's a house you want, put the picture on the house. If you're doing something for your mom, have a picture of her with you. Maybe she gave you a necklace, wear that necklace. Like find something that will anchor you, because I'm telling you that in this business, in this life, it's so easy to get sidetracked, to lose our motivation. So we have to be connected and we have to be anchored. And you guys right now are doing it right because you're on this call, you're taking time out of your day to learn from different people, you're pouring into yourself, and this is the first step. So I would say give yourselves a high five because you guys are doing it right. And then I just want to open it up for any questions. If there's anything I can offer you guys, if you have questions, like let's have an open dialogue. I think that, I never like to just speak and not allow you to interact with me. So if anyone wants to unmute and ask me a question or tell me any of your biggest takeaways from this call, like let's get connected. Let's talk, guys.
Can anyone hear? Hello?
We can hear you.
I just love how, you were discussing that it's okay to say no. Like you don't always have to say yes. Like live for what you want in this life. Like don't sit here and settle for what other people want. Like this is your one life, period. So that's just a reminder for me, because I say it every day. Like I'm not going to sit here. This is my circle. I'm going to protect my peace. I'm going to protect my journey. But we get so caught up in being busy with everyday life, right? That we truly forget that. So you just reminding me again, like, no, I like right now, I'm putting this client on hold. I'm about to go get me a pedicure. I was about to go show her a property, but I already made plans to go get my pedicure. It is what it is. She'll still be there. And if she's not, then I'm sorry. You got to respect your time. You can't sit here and run to everyone. This is your one life. So I just wanted to say thank you for the reminder. I'm gonna go get that pedicure.
Yes, girl, go get that pedicure. And it's so true, right? Like, and we're so quick to drop what we need for other people. We all do it, especially women. Like we're nurturers, so we want to drop what's important to us, important to others. But you have to pour into yourself first. You have to show up for yourself first. It's super important that you take care of yourself. So I'm excited that you're going to get that pedicure, girl.
I agree with what my sister said. Everything you said, like it's a huge takeaway. And guys, she spoke about her morning routine, and I'm gonna tell you guys something. I watched this woman do her morning routine every single day that she was at my house. Guys, I can tell you that when I'm off my morning routine, my day is off. This week, my wife is on vacation and it has messed my morning routine up. That means I'm missing prayer calls, or at least half of it or a quarter of it. And I know that God puts you in position when you're supposed to be somewhere, but I also know that you have to do the work. And I know that I have not been doing the morning work, right? Because of course it's vacation for both of us pretty much. And the same thing goes when they came to my house and we were going to this event every morning. I wasn't on my morning routine because we were literally wake up, go, come back, sleep, wake up, do the same thing for 4 days straight. And it was kind of hard, but Marcy literally every morning, she did the same thing. I would get on Instagram. She already posted her morning, wake up call to everybody. And I'm like, dang, like, how does she do that? Of course, she's been in it and she's been doing it. She's been dedicated to this. And that's something that I know is that consistency is key. So I haven't hit my 21-day mark where I haven't broke my consistency. And so that means, like I mentioned to you guys before, you add a link to your chain every day that you do something consistently. As soon as you break that chain, the chain is broken. You have to start all over. And so that's what's happened to me. And so she's living proof that the morning routine is a real thing for her. And as much as I've been trying to plan out my months, I started this month so strong, yes, I got everything color coordinated on my calendar. But then of course the event happened, and then I allowed circumstances to then change what I've had already set planned for myself for the whole month. So guys, remember, like my sister said, understand the importance of your time. You have one life to live. If you dedicate yourself to yourself first, like I told you guys yesterday, you'll be able to dedicate to everything else that you need to the right way. Because what ends up happening is when we don't pour into ourselves, you're giving everybody just a quarter of yourself. And it's not going to be the whole thing. It's not going to, everybody wants to be a good parent, but I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm not a parent, but I could tell you guys from experience of watching that if you come half-assed, you're coming half-assed. Just understand that, right? If you're not giving to yourself first, now you're just dabbling little by little and every little thing instead of giving it the percent you were supposed to give it, because now you came off track. So staying on track is so important for you, for yourself. You have to give yourself that self-care. You have to love yourself, love on yourself first, and love on yourself wholeheartedly, right? Not just because you have to, because what ends up happening, like I tell you guys all the time, is we become reactive and we become the last thing on our list. We need to be proactive. We need to consider ourselves first so that we can then consider everybody else wholeheartedly, and not out of spite or out of pity or out of guilt. We want to be able to say yes, like I told you guys before, with purpose. You don't want to just say yes because, oh my gosh, I don't want to be the bad person. No, it's okay. And if they consider you the bad person, then sorry, that's not your person. It's not your tribe. We talk about this. I told you this whole week, this is what it's been. Really understanding how much value you carry, but you only carry value if you see that first. You have to believe that for yourself, so that again, you can carry that value to other people, because that is what we're here for. We are supposed to be students, but we are also supposed to be teachers. So understand, you have to be able to pour into yourself so that you can be a teacher, because that's what you're here for. We're here to help other people grow, to be the magnet like Marcy, right? So that we can engage people into our lives and be able to pour into them so that they can go and be better for someone else. And then what ends up happening is it goes around the world and it continues on. You inspire one person, you inspire so many people you don't even know. Right. Generations come over and over and over again. So Marcy, everything you said stuck to me. I love hearing her talk. She's amazing, but I don't know if anybody else.
Listen, there's one thing that I wanted to say too, and I posted about this on my Instagram this morning, is you want to be the thermostat, right? So if you guys don't know what that means, a thermostat sets the temperature, okay? So that's how I show up in my life. I'm going to decide what the temperature is for me when I walk in the room. If I don't like a temperature in a room, I'm going to walk out, right? But we have to start living our lives like that. Instead of just walking into a situation and adapting to the room, be the one that sets the tone. And I think that's super important, because sometimes we just walk in a room and we feel the energy. And then if the energy is low, we stay low, right? If the energy is high, we try and be high. If we don't like the energy, we leave. Set the tone, be the thermostat, and set the temperature for that room. And I think that's something really important that we all really need to work on in our home, with our children, with our business partners, with our clients. You set the tone.
So good. I'm so happy you said that because she said that so many times to me over that weekend that she was here. I told you guys a story about the lady at the bar that kind of threw me off, and Marcy just kept going. This is Marcy, the one that I have been talking to you guys about, but she literally just kept going like nothing. And she was like, Mo, this is how you define your character, by how you continue on, by not allowing someone else to change the temperature of what you were bringing to the table. I literally was coming to her friendly, just trying to have a conversation. She just blew up. I'm like, what the heck just happened? Right. But it had, again, I was letting it define me. So at that moment, I kept thinking, I kept saying, I got to let this lady know. She got to know that I didn't mean nothing by that. But why am I so concerned about trying to explain myself to her instead of just continuing on with my character, my purpose, right? And that's pouring in, and who cares how she shows up? Because that's on her. That's not a me thing. And so Marcy was that temperature thing that she just said literally is what she was telling me the whole weekend. Girl, you are the energy. You are the energy. That's it. You bring it to the table. And it's so true. It's so factual. And I hope if you didn't take anything from this call, you take that with you. Be the thermostat. Wherever you go, you have the power to change the temperature. It don't matter what it is like when you walk in. If you don't like the cold, then make it warm. If you don't like the hot, then make it cold. If you want it just right, whatever you got to do. But you have to be that person. You got to be the light in every dark room that you walk into. Remember that. And that is it. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say. Y'all know I could talk. But Marcy, thank you so much for joining us today. I love this call.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much for letting me pour into you and all your beautiful ladies on here. I love what you're doing, and I'll definitely be jumping on as a listener and a learner for sure. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys so much. Again, thank you for being here. You guys already know we are on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. So if you want to share this call with anybody, just type in Queenspiration. You can share the link, Spotify as well. All the things, we're here, guys. We are going to do this. We all have the power. And I love you guys so much because you guys have helped me do this. You guys have given me the confidence and give me the inspiration to keep pouring into you guys. You guys teach me every single day. And again, I'm forever grateful. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember, your week does not end here. Continue to work hard. Go hard for whatever it is that you put out there. It is yours. You have the power. I love you guys. And I will see you guys on Monday, same place, same time. Bye.